Alan, big game today. Albany Athletic, played them 2 weeks ago, 4-1 defeat. How are you going to turn it around this time?
2 weeks ago we started quite slow. They started very well, and we were actually 3 down in 16 minutes. So the game plan today is to start fast, to not try and get into the game slowly. They'll hit us, and if we relax, they'll hit us, and they'll capitalise on their chances. So it's about starting very well today for us.
Difficult start to the season. You've been promoted from Division 5, new division for you. 2 defeats so far, 1 in the cup, 1 in the league. How are you going to turn your fortunes around?
Yeah, so as you said, we won the league last year, and we got promoted 2 divisions, which was a challenge that we are going to relish. It's been a steep learning curve for us straight away. We found that moving 2 divisions up, strikers are a lot more clinical, teams are a lot more organised. So before we were the outlier in Division 5, we were organised and we were quite clinical. Now we've had to learn the lesson the harsh way in those first 2 games. So we're going to turn it around by making sure, as I said before, we start well, but also we need to be more clinical in front of goal. We've created a lot of chances, but we haven't put them away.
Now, any tactical adjustments? You've played them before. Is your team at full strength today?
We're not at full strength today, but I think that's the way it is on Sunday League football. You got players away on business, holiday. We're still very confident with the 13 we've got in the squad today. In terms of a tactical adjustment, we're going to be a lot tighter today between midfield and defence. Last time we gave them a bit too much space. So yeah, that's what it is. They're a team that if you give them time, they will find the passes. So our tactic today is to not give them time.
Danny, you're up against Armenian youth. 2 weeks ago, 4-1 victory. How are you going to maintain that?
Well, yeah, we played them 2 weeks ago, and it was actually a lot closer than what the scoreline suggests. They had a few good chances at 3-1, and if that went in, we made a few good saves, and if one of those went in, then it's a different game. So we know what we're up against. We've not had the best start to the season. We've drew and lost in the league so far, so hopefully we get the 3 points today.
Like you said, mixed results so far. You've had a victory, a draw, a loss. How are you going to turn around your season?
Well, to be honest, we was 2-0 up last week and we drew 3-3 in the last 5 minutes, and it's not been a good week at work. So I do not want to be at work feeling like I did last week. So the boys know what we're up against. We know it's not going to be an easy game, and we're going to play our game. I believe in the team. I believe in the squad. We're definitely good enough. We just got to get that first 3 points and hopefully push on from there.
Any tactical adjustments from your first meeting, or are you at full strength today?
I wouldn't say we're at full strength. We've had a few players pull out this morning and last night. I think last night we had about 6 subs, and now we've got about 3. So we haven't changed tactically, and we haven't got a full team, but we still, again, we got a great squad here. So anyone that starts should be good enough to win the game, I suppose.
A very warm welcome to the Enfield playing fields for this BSFL Division 3 Game Week 2 fixture between Armenians and Albany Athletic. Let's have a check on the 2 teams, starting with Armenians, managed by Nick Nicolau in goal, Matteo Olnetti, a back 4 of Sav Papachristou, Guilherme Garcia, Vaci Churchin, the captain, and Essa Mustu. In midfield, Harry Christodoulou, Giovanni Polides and Harat Natayan, and in a 3-prong attack of Jamal Ayoyo, Garo Heath and Odi Basha. On the bench, Alan Duvachiyan, who is also their assistant manager by the way, and Ahmed Sharif. They will be playing in the red shirts and the blue shorts. Albany Athletic in the yellow shirts are managed by Danny Unwin. They'll have Ray Sharp in goal, a back 4 of Luke Gilbert, Kyle Jordan, Joe Johnson and Bill Johnson. And then in midfield, the captain, David Raymond, Obi Junior Langsbury, Jed Wood, Charlie Frommett, Danny Alou, and then leading the line, Jonathan Johnson. On the bench, Stephen Barnes, Andy Good and Danny Unwin. Today's referee is Daniel Dyer. We're off and underway in the sunshine here at the Enfield playing fields in the bright yellow shirts. Albany Athletic making their BSFL debut this season. They're kicking from left to right. We played by Jed Wood, Gilbert. These 2 sides did meet a couple of weeks ago in the Roger Jones Challenge Cup round 1. Armenians winning 4-1. It wasn't as one-sided as the scoreline perhaps suggests, but here's a chance, and it was a chance that Charlie Frommett thought he was going to score from, but it was blocked on the line. Armenian double winners with the Division 5 title last season. They were second best so far in terms of possession in this game. Johnson into the midfield, and Obi Junior Langsbury rolled forward by Carl Jordan. David Raymond working their way down the left-hand side, the two Johnsons. Raymond again. This is good play from Albany Athletic. Trying to slip the ball through was from it. Did take a deflection, it will be a corner. Corner comes in, deep one. Johnson. Wood. Johnson went for the return. It's Wood. And this is a shot from Jonathan Johnson. It was just over the bar. All the chances so far have gone the way of Albany Athletic, but still 0-0. Cleared up towards the halfway line. Thrust back very quickly by Churchill. It's a good turn. In comes the challenge from Junior Langsbury. Wasn't to be for a yo-yo on that occasion. Jordan's clearance. Churchin's head up. Ball inside from Basha. Went for the return. It's going to be cleared away by Luke Gilbert. It's a loose pass inside, but he slipped on the ball there, Harry Christodoulou. That could prove costly. Here's Gilbert again. Ball over the top towards Johnson. Jonathan Johnson outnumbered 2-1. It will be a throw. Long throw from Charlie Frommett. Towards goal, and it was just wide. It's on ahead of Raymond. Cleared away by Johnson. Headed by Papa Christou. Lou. Wood. On the right-hand side, edge of the penalty area. Cross from Frommett, deep one. Glanced away by Papa Christou. It's a corner to Albany. It's played short. Cross is intercepted. Can't seem to get the ball away at the moment. Into the penalty area. Cross comes in, and it's turned home by Jonathan Johnson. Well, he scored in the 4-1 victory a couple of weeks ago against Armenia in the Cup, and he's gone and scored in the league as well. Good work down the right-hand side by Danny Alou, and it was a mere tap-in really in the end for Jonathan Johnson. And it's a lead that Albany Athletics certainly deserve. Papa Christou clears. It's going to come back again. Johnson on the right-hand side. From it into a crowd. It is cleared away. And back again by Johnson. One Johnson to another. There are three Johnsons in the starting lineup today for Albany Athletic.
But why is it Gio?
Luke Gilbert. Into the near post, 2-0. 2 goals in 6 minutes. And this time it was Jed Wood that got the final touch. And they are in a commanding position now, Albany Athletic. Great delivery this from Luke Gilbert. He just gets across his marker, Churchill, and glances the ball into the net from close range. Jed Wood's goal, 2-0 to Albany. Armenians lost their opener in the league. Away at North London Colts, 5-1. Jed Wood, and then couldn't avoid it going behind for a corner. Johnson, and then a glancing header from Garcia. A goal kick. Any of this Albany Athletic side played last season for Brotherhood Cossey, who of course folded at the back end of last season. They've come back as a new club. This is their debut season, and they are winning at half-time by 2-0.
Stay solid, keep doing what you're doing. We don't take anything for granted. Some good goals, and yeah, impressed so far. But you know, we just got to keep going. I won't be making any changes yet, but in the next 10 minutes I will be. So just give everything, give it your all, and then if anyone is struggling, just let me know. But yeah, no, good half, boys. But we've got to fucking keep going. Anyone else?
It's lazy. It's those shuttle runs. You've got to get out. Right? Now, going forward, where have we had the joy? We've had the joy when we've squeezed the game up into their half. Vache, Yi, Gio, you've been brilliant in the air in the box. Okay, that's where we're going to get the joy. Odi shuffled into the middle, right? Odi hit the channels. Yeah? If Gaz pulls out, Ahmed pulls out, Jamal, I need you to run on a bit. Everything's to feet with you. Yeah? Which is brilliant. You're very good with the ball at feet. But you need to run on because that's where we'll get the corner. That's where they might make a mistake and we'll get in. Alright? That's our plan. Squeeze the game, hit them in the channels. If you spread the game out wide, Essa can whip it, Sav can whip it. But gentlemen, that doesn't then mean that you go and do silliness. Why was Gio in the wall? Why was there a one-man wall with arguably the best header on the team? That's communication from my captain, that's communication from my centre-back, that's the goalkeeper.
Remember last week? Yeah. Just remember last week, yeah? And we were cruising really, took our foot off the gas and we ended up drawing 3-3 to a bag of shit.
Boys, third goal kills it. Let's get the third one. Let's not settle for two. Let's get the third.
Boys, have to get that third. First 10. Intensity all round, boys. We can't drop off. That's how we win games.
One thing I say, boys, they've got to come out. The spaces will open up. Charlie's making great runs. We ain't finding him quickly enough. Yeah. When he's making the runs, get your head down. Find him early. On the camp, they won't compete with Char. Yeah. Listen, spaces will open up. Don't go chasing the game and give them spaces. Box clever, football IQ. Get your shape, get your banks, and let's play because the game's there to be won. The game's there to be won well. But let's set the tone for the fucking league. Let's use this game as leverage, boys. It's so important.
Is anyone struggling?
There's more goals in this game.
Anyone struggling?
All ready for the second half. Armenians will be hoping that they can get themselves back into this game. It's been one back, and from it is away down the right-hand side, and he's got options aplenty. Teed up, and the shot coming in from Danny Alou, which was blocked. Thrown in by Garcia towards the edge of that penalty area. Corner. Well, that just needed a touch from somebody. Closest they got was Vaci Chechin. Touched by Polides. Scooped forward by Ahmed Sharif. Nearly running into the path of Danny Alou. Here's Alou again, always looking a threat, always looking a danger. Very nearly on the score sheet. It was a shot that required the attentions of Matteo Netti. Down the left-hand side, Mustuk. Touched forward into the penalty area. Big chance. And the challenge was coming in as the shot went wide. Sharif. It's behind for a corner. A little bit more from Armenians in this second half. And the shot coming in. Oh, and off the underside of the bar, and they're happy to smuggle it behind with David Raymond. Long kick forward by El Netti. Played by Raymond. Holding on to what they've got at the moment. Certainly it's been a more competitive second half from Armenians so far. It's touched forward by Bill Johnson. Jed Wood into the penalty area, a little step over, gets to the byline, crosses it, and the goalkeeper is there to make the save when it looked destined to be 3-0. That would have given Albany Athletic breathing space. Instead, they've still got some defending to do. Shot from distance, bounces up comfortably into the arms of Ray Sharp, who clears long downfield. Picked on by Alou. It's going to stay in for Jed Wood. Garcia claiming it was gone out, it hadn't. Alou challenging, battle of the number 5s. Jed Wood against Garcia. Garcia doesn't quite clear his lines, curling effort. Oh, that was dipping, swerving and causing all sorts of problems from Bill Johnson. Good save. Corner comes in, glanced away by Ayoyo. Turned over the top of the crossbar. Free kick. It's Duvachian, the assistant manager, into the danger zone. Grabbed by Ray Sharp. Yellow shirts pouring forward, looking for a third. Cross comes in and Johnson doesn't make a proper connection. It's a good cross. Safety first. Joe Johnson. Long throw into the penalty area. It's flicked on by Churchin. Gathered safely by Sharp.
Well done. Keep going. Danny, movement.
Another chance to get forward.
What a movement. Oi, Danny.
To obtain ball into the box in the end. Certainly, Armenians have been better in this second half. It's been a hard slog to try and get back into the game.
Unlucky. Keep going. Keep going. Oi, Danny. You got it.
And there goes the final whistle. 3 points to Albany Athletic. The final score in this BSFL Division 3 game: Armenians 0, Albany Athletic 2.
Danny, hard-fought victory. How do you think the game went?
Yeah, I think we controlled the game throughout most of the game. They had a few chances where maybe if the ball bounced a little bit differently, they could have got back into the game, but I think we was deserved winners today.
First victory in the league now.
Yeah, absolutely buzzing. It means so much to me and the players. We worked so hard during pre-season. We had a really good pre-season and then we haven't started the season well, but to get that first 3 points, it just makes all the work worth it. I'm going to be buzzing all week now, and I can't wait for the next game. It's what it's all about.
Any standout players for you today?
I think our centre back Joe Johnson, he's a superb player. He plays amazing every single game. So sometimes he might not get as much praise as he deserves because he's just always so good. John Johnson, the striker, had a great game as well. Luke Gilbert, right back. Can name Jade, June. I can name them all, to be honest. It was a really good performance today.
Big victory to spur you on. What are your goals for the season? Do you think you can win the league?
I do believe we can win the league. I think we've had a bad start, but I believe in my players, I believe in my squad, and we set out to win the league, and that's what we're still going to do. We've had a poor start, but I still believe we can do it. But we're going to have to go to teams like Muswell Hill and North London Athletic, and we're going to have to get points where maybe we could have afforded maybe a draw or a loss, but now we have to go there and get a win, and I think we're good enough to do that.
Disappointing defeat. How do you think the game went?
Yeah, really disappointed. We spoke about it before the game. First goal was really important, of course. We tried to press. They went 1-0 up, they went 2-0 up. We stuck to the game plan second half. We created so many chances. So overall, we're happy with the chances we created, but we just couldn't put it in the back of the net today. They were clinical, and we weren't.
Yeah, first half 2-0 down, second half 0-0 half. How do you think the second half went? What made you not get back into that game?
Yeah, we spoke at half time and we said that the first half's press wasn't good enough and the defence was too far back, especially from our goal kicks, and it was creating that pocket of space. So we said we had to push. We're actually really happy with our second half performance. We think we played more of the game in their half than our half, which was always part of our game plan. We've hit the crossbar, we've missed an open goal. They've made an unbelievable block. So yeah, we're really upset that we didn't get anything out of the game, but we're happy with our performance in comparison to the first game we played against them.
It's been a tough start to the season. How do you think you're going to bounce back?
We just have to go again next week. I mean, we're not the type of team that dwells. Last year we only lost one game in the league. This year we've lost our first two. So we don't want to make it a habit. It's a bit of uncharted territory for us in the last couple of years, like back-to-back losses. So we just have to come back next week, be organised and get that first win.